So if you have any questions, throw those in the chat throughout, and we'll address those at the end, and kind of have that open Q&A. And at the conclusion of this presentation, we'll ask that you stay for a quick selfie for us to post to Viva Engage and to complete a quick survey. I'm throwing it in the chat right now. If you could open that up and have that ready to go, so at the end of Karen's session today, you can fill those out and we can share that feedback with her. Now let's have everybody type into the chat where you're listening in from as I introduce our speaker for today. So today we have Karen Ostromsky. She's going to go over just, how to recharge your motivational batteries. We're starting a new fiscal year, so this is great timing. Karen, I'm going to hand it over to you and take it away.
Thank you. Imagine what your life would be like if you could recharge your motivation batteries at will whenever you wanted. Imagine that you had all the tools, all the soft skills on you and in you at any time. Put a thumbs up, give me a heart in the chat if you would like to be more innovative, creative, rested, relaxed, productive. Is this you? Give me some love. Let me know. This is a lot of people. And if this is you, you are in the right place. Today, I am going to give you 3 specific keys to recharging your motivation batteries. And I'm really passionate about this, and I'm going to give you a little story about this. So let me share a little bit about how I became so passionate about this. Once upon a time, about 20 years ago, I started coaching for Weight Watchers. So weight loss company. When I was hired, they trained me in the program, and I thought, okay, well, this is what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be training people about this program. I quickly learned that training people about the program was the least of my job. My members needed to be motivated, remotivated on top of that over and over again. And I quickly learned I had to change the way I was coaching them. And what I took upon myself was to find new modalities on finding motivation, harvesting motivation, cultivating motivation. I teach yoga, Qi Gong, meditation, so I started teaching yoga to them. I started doing guided visualizations to them. I took the back door in to getting them more of what they wanted, that they were paying for, because just thinking about doing the right thing is not motivating, right? It just isn't good enough. So I got really charged up, especially when I became part of a Qi Gong, and I'm going to talk a lot about Qi Gong later, Qi Gong pilot program with these members. So I'm passionate about motivation. We all need it. We all need to cultivate it. I got a question for you. Listen up. It's kind of like a joke. What does motivation and milk have in common? So think about that. What do you think motivation and milk have in common? You can pop something in the chat. You can just think about it. You can make a joke about it. I'm a linguist, so they both start with the letter M. That's obvious to me. Well, the thing is, they both run out quickly. Milk runs out quickly, which is why you're going to the grocery store all the time, and motivation runs out just by living life. So that's what brings me here today. That's what brings me here with you. When I was asked what I could talk about with you, this is what I said would be a good thing to talk about. So I am going to give you 3 keys today. Your heart, your mind, your body. That's the basis of this talk. These are the keys that you are going to use to cultivate your motivation. We're going to have a question and answer. Ask the coach anything. Ask me what you want to know. This is a brave space. Safe space, fine. It's even more. It's brave. Just ask. And then we're going to have recess. All of this is going to get done within 50 minutes, 50. So recess, if you haven't been to recess lately, maybe you want to go today. You don't want to miss it. We're going to do a guided visualization about your perfect day. So that's the agenda. Are we here? We're all tracking? This is what we're going to do. So just write your questions in there. Thumbs up, Give me some love. Feel the love, because it's all about you. Okay. So this is Microsoft. Microsoft around the world, technology company. And I need to tell you, in order to recharge your personal motivation batteries, heart, mind, body, you do not lean in. Let me repeat that. Do not lean in. You do the exact opposite. You pull back. You heard me. You pull back and go inward. You unplug and tune out everything that is stressing you out, because stress drains your motivation. And you engage with what is restful and relaxing, and that charges your motivation. So we're going to do this right here, right now. We're going to just have a little exercise. It's 1 minute. Everybody can do this, whether you're sitting in a chair or I'm standing for the moment. Just relax your hands at your sides, let go of whatever you're holding on to, put your phone down, put your coffee down, put your pens down, put your worries away, and just take a deep, deep intentional breath like this, in through the nose. I'm going to model it and then you'll do it. And bring your breath up here. If you watch Bridgerton, any Bridgerton fans in the crowd, picture Queen Charlotte's wig. It's up here. Bring your motivation up to here, or your breath up to here. Pause it. And then exhale through the mouth all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Drop it like a box of rocks. So let's do it together. Let's take a deep inhale. Hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Nice. Nice and easy. Now, take your 10 fingers, your 10 dragons, we call them in Qi Gong. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And just tap on your brain, your front brain, your middle brain, and your back brain. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Are you doing it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Relax your hands at your sides. Feel a little buzzy, right? We're opening up the brain. Now let's take your hands to your chest, right in front of your heart. Just rub them together a little bit. Go between the fingers, the thumbs, and then just hold the hands there, relax down, and we're going to inhale open, wide open, like your arms are eagle wings. Just hold that openness for a moment. This is when you're a yes. You're a yes to yourself. You're a yes to the next 50 minutes together, 5-0. The universe has your back. It's your second spine. Let's close up. Drop the chin to the chest. And then just relax your hands down. You all just did Qi Gong. Qi Gong, an ancient Chinese practice of moving energy in the heart, the mind, the body. So Qi, maybe you've heard of this, QI, Qi is energy. Gong is the skill, the art of moving the energy. So I don't know if you've heard about maybe Tai Chi. People have heard that one more often. Tai Chi is martial arts Qigong. It's very choreographed. What we just did was a little Qigong exercise. And it brings you back to yourself. Remember, I said, in order to recharge your motivation batteries, heart, mind, body, you got to pull back in. So let me introduce you a little more to what this is all about. Moving energy in the heart, mind, body takes focus. So everything is energy. Teams technology is energy. Through the magic of Teams, we all get to be here in this space. Sunlight is energy. Food is energy, right? Practicing your favorite hobby gives you a certain kind of energy. Qigong comes from China, ancient China, and it's a branch of traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. So Qigong, the art of moving the energy, moving the body, the breath, all of that. It's been around for centuries, okay? It's still in use today. If you've ever had acupuncture, you've participated in traditional Chinese medicine. So what happened was, in ancient China, people looked at what was around them. They did not have Netflix on their TV. Their TV was the sky. the mountains, the water, the animals, the clouds, the weather. That was what they looked at, and they said, why don't we move like water? Get in the flow. Why don't we get joyful like the mythical dragon, like the elegant tiger? Why don't we get playful like the monkeys? And so in doing so, they realized when they did those things, they found more happiness, more joy, more motivation from within. So that is precisely what is called the three treasures. That's what the three treasures is all about. It's really your batteries. I'm calling the three treasures your heart, your mind, your body, your batteries. Okay? And we don't plug them into something, we unplug them from everything and gaze inward. Okay? So let's just jump back to the word motivation and what that means. In order to be motivated, at the very least, you have to have something in you that says, I want what I want and I'm willing to work to get it. I'm willing to use my brain power. I'm willing to use my body, whatever is required with that, to get exactly what I want. So motivation is internal. You might be inspired by someone else, but if you don't do the follow through with yourself, it's just not happening. So just like we talked about earlier, motivation expires. It expires like milk, so we have to keep going back to it. We have to keep going back to what it takes to get filled up, juiced up. So let's start with the heart. It's not just an organ in the body, it's your emotional heart we're talking about. Your I just want what I want heart. So this is your fulfillment center. Getting what you want, that's fulfillment. So move over Amazon. Amazon has nothing on what's in your heart. What is in your heart, what you really want, is everything. I want chocolate, not vanilla. I want this house, not that house. I want this job, not that job. I want this person, not that person. Those things are all heart driven. And when you get what you want, it charges up your heart. So here you see on the screen, if you're looking here, practicing your hobbies lights you up. I just love doing this. Trying something new, especially as adults, right? Kids have something new all the time. As adults, we're not so used to something new. Going to a new restaurant, trying a new physical activity. Asking the right questions charges up your heart. What do I really want? And just being open to it, that is giving your heart the energy that it needs to charge you up. So here are a few ways to connect. And because this is Microsoft, you're a technology company, you need to bring your best self forward at your job all the time. So let's think about your job. What makes you happy at your job? What do you like doing? What is that? Do you like innovating? Do you like driving the innovation? Do you like being part of a team and following? Do you like getting something done and getting over the finish line, the accomplishment? Is that what charges up your heart? Ask yourself that question. When you connect with what's in your heart, you get to focus on your gratitude. You get to focus on abundance, and you get to experience fulfillment. You can become inspired, driven, authentically activated, and motivated to get more of what you want. And it's coming from you. It's not coming from someone else. And when you do get what you want, slow down, retreat, go inward again and say, you know what, that feels really good. I love that it happened, and experience it a second time. Because then this becomes part of your life story. And really integrating your life story, what you're doing, what you're feeling, what you're getting, keeps you motivated. Okay? So, charge your heart battery by doing the very things that bring you happiness, joy, and feel good. Literally feel good to you. Now let's go over to the mind, the consciousness center. This is where your intuition lies. Your intuition, I think this is going to happen, is deeply connected to your heart. In Qi Gong, Chinese gentle movement, in the practice of Qi Gong, part of traditional Chinese medicine, we call the heart, or we call the mind, the emperor. So the emperor is the decision maker. I have to think good thoughts. I got to be paying attention. And so here are a couple ways, if you're looking at the screen, meditating. Okay, we all know about this. It grounds you in the present moment. It connects you with your thoughts and your feelings. You can be really intentional that way. This charges up your mind battery. Daily journaling, I'm going to talk about the simplicity of that a little bit later. Connects you to your mind, connects you to your heart. Embracing what's called the gratitude attitude. I'm really grateful for what I do have. Yep, there's always going to be people who have more. There's always going to be people who have less. Most everyone in the world has less than everyone on this call right now. So, charging up your mind, thinking about what you're feeling about what you're thinking charges up your mind battery, one of your 3 treasures. And it expands your consciousness. It expands your ability to think beyond what you see directly in front of you, which makes you more innovative, creative, productive, expansive, okay? So right now, I'm thinking a lot about the 3 treasures, and we're gonna get to the third, the body, in a second, because of the Olympics. So I love, I don't know, you like watching the Olympics? I love the Summer Olympics. I used to swim butterfly when I was a kid. I did gymnastics. So I love watching that at the Olympics. Everybody at the Olympics is working on their 3 treasures, whether they call it that or not. They're all practicing Qi Gong, and some of them you'll actually see them do the knocking. I see, Michael Phelps used to do this. This is Qi Gong before he would swim, okay? They are deeply connected to what's in their heart. They want to get gold. They are thinking about it every minute. They're talking to their sports psychologist. I want this, I'm picturing my success. This is what it's gonna look like, feel like, I can do it. And of course, they've been gifted with the perfect body for their sport, right? So they're using their body, they're using all of their treasures individually and together, bringing them into alignment to get exactly what they want. And that's what we can do too. If it works for the Olympics, yes, I compared everyone in this room, this space, to an Olympian. Okay, so let's move to the body. That is your 3rd treasure. That is your 3rd battery that has got to get charged. Now let's be real. Most of us are doing some of this already without thinking about it. We eat, we sleep, we drink water every day. Like, we're doing it. But we have to be much more intentional about it. So your physical body, one of your treasures, it has to be worked and it has to be rested. It has to be hydrated, nourished. It has to feel safe and grounded, okay? So check the box. I'm not a robot. I can't be functioning on Red Bull and takeout and no sleep, watching Netflix all night. That is not gonna work. I'm expected to be productive at my job every day. Innovative, creative, collaborative. That takes a lot of energy. I need to do the things for my physical body that enable me to do those things up here with my brain all day long. So here are a couple examples. You do this already probably. Resting, of course. Practicing good sleep hygiene, prioritizing your rest, getting outside, spending time in nature. This is a picture of the mountains in Santa Cruz, California. Going on what's called a Qi walk. I'm just enjoying nature, just looking at the sky, the sun, embracing the trees, practicing self-care rituals for your body, right? These are the ways that you amp up the energy in your physical body. Eating good food, right? Amp up the energy in your body battery, and you use that with your heart and your mind, just like an Olympic athlete. All 3 of those things have to work together. So Less stress equals more vitality. More vitality equals more energy. More energy means you have got all the gas in the tank to run your program for the day, whatever that looks like. Now look, I get it. A lot of people are like, yeah, I've heard stuff like this before, Karen. Yeah, well, how's this gonna work? I'm busy, I got kids, I got a job, I got a house, I got deadlines, I got stuff. How am I supposed to be working on these things? One thing is you prioritize it. Prioritize it as in you. You are not a robot and you cannot function without going inward to your heart, your mind, your body on a regular basis, as in every day. So you ritualize paying attention to yourself. That is what's required. You prioritize yourself so much so that you do not wait until you're sick and tired of being sick and tired to do something. You take care of yourself every day. So I want to share another story with you. I just bought an e-bike, an electric bike. So we were on a trip to Germany and we rode the e-bikes for the first time, and I love biking, and then all of a sudden, like, this e-bike is fun. And when I was buying the bike, this happened last week, the guy in the store said, this is how you charge the battery. You do not wait until it gets to 0. You charge it before it gets to 0. Ancient Chinese wisdom. Okay, here we go. And of course I have a screen on my bike that tells me when the battery's going low, but you have screens, so to speak, get the metaphor, you have signs and signals, feelings in your heart, your mind, your body that tell you when your battery is getting low, when you're running out of juice. I'm tired, I got a nap. I'm not inspired by this. This hobby or this activity doesn't give me joy anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. You know what, I don't really like this. Whatever this is. I need to find something else to make me happy. So we do have the signs, we do have the signals, we have to quiet down. Remember, retreat, go inward is how to charge the battery, okay? So this is my call to action to all of you. Ritualize charging your motivation batteries. The 2 simplest ways to do this, and you can get complicated. You can be on the pickleball league, you can be doing all the other stuff. You can be doing century bike rides and all of it, okay? But on a regular basis where life can be hairy, 2 things, journaling and taking a deep intentional breath. You can take a deep intentional breath whenever you want. Journaling, I do that. I recommend this to all of my coaching clients. Just write the words down. Today, this is what I'm thinking about. Today, this is what I'm feeling. I journal every morning. It grounds me to the present moment. It grounds me to what I'm really thinking about. And sometimes I surprise myself. I'm like, I didn't know how upset I was about that. You never have to read it, but you got to get it out of your heart, your mind, your body, put it on paper so that you're not carrying it with you, because that's going to zap your motivation batteries. So let's not overthink this. I know you don't have 25, 26, 27 hours in the day. Journaling takes like 2 minutes. Breathing, it can happen in the car. It can happen at the doctor's office, okay? So the breath is invisible. 2 kinds of breath that I talk to my students about most, because I teach yoga. Take out the trash breath, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Take out the trash. You do that a couple times, you're like, okay. And then you can do the intentional tonifying breath. Relax, rest and digest. In through the nose, out through the nose. Tells your body we're dialing it down. And that just in itself enables you to go inward. I get it. I'm in the present moment. I'm not jacking up on energy. So, to recap, you have batteries. In ancient China, we would call these your 3 treasures: a heart, a mind, and a body. And you have to pay attention to them on a daily basis. If you don't, you'll pay for it later. You won't be able to help yourself but pay attention because you'll be stopped in your tracks. You'll be so low on energy. So you and I have it incumbent upon us to take good care of these batteries by recharging them a little bit every day. You can do it, I can do it, we all can do it, but we have to prioritize it. We don't have to spend a ton of time on it, but that's what we have to do to get motivated. So this is ancient Chinese wisdom meets modern day technology company. Here we are. It's still relevant. It still matters. So before we go to question and answer, before we go to recess, and you don't want to miss that guided visualization about your perfect day, I just want to let you know that if you got what you needed out of this, this was a good refresher for you, you get it. Okay, I got to do things for my heart, my mind, my body. I'm going to buy a journal. I'm going to just do more breath work. I'm going to prioritize my hobby, whatever it is. If you're there, great. If you're sitting here going, wait a second, that Karen talks real fast. I think I need more. Scan the QR code with your phone right now and get on my calendar. I am giving 11, it's one of my favorite numbers, giving 11 slots, 20-minute free sessions of coaching, get out of my own dang way to Microsoft people in this leadership enablement community. So scan the code, get on my calendar, book some time with me, and I can help you get your mojo back if that's what you're missing, if you need more, okay? I do individual coaching, I do group coaching, I do speaking. I've written a book about change and transformation. Get right with yourself, how to change for the better, transform for the best. I'm on all the socials. I've got a blog, all the things. So you can connect with me at KarenOstromsky.com, send me a message, tell me that you were part of this conversation, and I can help you get where you want to go. Because when you're full of good energy, it benefits everybody around you. You work better, you think better, you do better, you relax better, everything is better. So that's what I wanted to share with you. I'm going to leave this up. Let me go to questions and answers. So Stephanie, do you want to read any questions? Where are we at?
Yes.
Okay, tell me.
Okay. So we actually had some inquiries about journaling when that popped up. So do you have like an app, or do you use a real notebook? Do you review the journal later? Just kind of, do you have any journaling tips?
Yes. Okay. So tons of journal. Thank you for asking that. So journaling. So personally, I do handwriting in just a notebook that you can get anywhere. So for me, that works. I think a lot of times, and this has come up a lot with my coaching clients, they think they have to write a book that's worth reading. That is not it. You do not have to write a book. You can just write 2 lines. You can do a gratitude journal. This would be a tip. Today I'm really glad about. So after you write about your family and your health for 5 days, you got to pick something else. Okay, we get that. It's like, no, I was really glad that somebody gave me that compliment. You can journal anything. You can journal the words, I hate journaling. I personally believe in writing. When I wrote my book, How to Get Right With Yourself, I wrote it by hand and then put it on the computer. I get it. This is Microsoft. I get it. But when we write by hand, we have this heart connection to what's in our mind. Heart connection to our mind. And to me, that is more valuable. I don't want to say better, but I'm going to say more valuable. You don't ever have to read what you write. Most of my clients say, I want my journals burned when I'm dead. I do not want my family to read these things. The gift of journaling, just a few words, and I recommend first, in the morning or at night, right? Because when are we going to journal at 3 p.m, morning or night? You get it out of your body and mind and off your heart. And when you do that, there's an honesty there, and there's an ability to just be more in touch with yourself, which is what these 3 treasures are all about. I'm in touch with myself. I'm charging up myself by myself, and that's motivation right there. Does that answer the question? Feel free to come off camera and just shout it out if you need to. So you can look up journaling prompts. This is what I'm grateful for. Prompts could be, what do I really need to hear today? What do I really need to know? Another journaling prompt is, what is my next right move? That's it. What's my next right move? Yeah. Next.
I like that. That was very helpful. Yeah, that was very helpful.
Okay. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. Yeah.
Okay, so I see another question in the chat. How do we transfer the motivation we get when practicing a hobby or doing something we really like to our job? So you said we can do what we want, what we like, but it's not always so. So oftentimes we need to do things even if we don't like them. Like, how do we get that motivation?
Oh, hello. Yes. Thank you for this. I so love this question. Praise goodness. I love it. That's exactly right. So thank you for this. This is the honest part. How do we make this real? Well, let's think about it. Let's go backwards here. You have to do certain things in your job, right? Everybody has to do that. I was at a conference with a thought leader, Brendan Bouchard, back in December in LA. And this is a multimillionaire making his money and writing books and coaching people about motivation and all kinds of self-improvement. And he said, it stopped me in my tracks. You know what? You're only going to like 60% of your job. 40%, you just have to do it. I was like, what? Okay, 60%, 40%. That's darn close to 50-50 if you ask me. And I was like, okay, well, what if we said, you know what, this is a part of my job that I don't really like that much, but I do it, it's part of my job, because we all have that, right? So just let it go. Number one, I don't really like that, but I have to do that. So I'll just let it go instead of trying to like doing it or something. So there's that. So that's one thing. The other thing is when we practice our hobbies or read a book or tune out the world or take a walk without our phone, we bring all of the energy and awareness to ourselves. And already by doing those things, I just took a break. It got crazy at work. I just took a 10-minute walk around the block. I looked at trees. I looked at birds. I just felt better about myself. I cleared my mind. Walking away from your desk is modern day fleeing, in my opinion. You heard Karen say that, okay? If I want to flee a danger, it's a walk away from my computer without my phone, okay? When we do those things, all of a sudden, instead of the world getting crazy and busy and you're like, I don't even want to do this anyway, you say, I'm taking good care of myself, and now my battery is so full, I can give to that task at work that I don't like because I've got overflow. Because I'm getting what I want on a regular basis. When we're not spending time taking care of ourselves in your mind, your heart, your body, we got nothing extra to give, especially to tasks at work that we don't really like that much. And let's be honest, there are lots of things at work we don't like. We're allowed to say that. There are things about my house I don't like doing, but I do them anyway. Is that making sense? Did I answer the question? Tell me.
Yeah.
So don't spend any time trying to like something you don't like. Just F that. That is not a thing. Okay? Am I going to get fired right now? I didn't say the word. Salty language reference. Just let that go. I don't really like this, but it's a thing I have to do. Okay. Because I want it done. Is there a part of us all that wants it done? Think about working out for people who don't like working out. And that happens to everybody. That's happening to Olympic athletes in Paris right now. They're like, I've done this so many times. I just don't want to. But they have to keep doing it. They have to keep training their success. So they don't spend time thinking about they don't want to do it. They just do it. Do you get it? Just do the thing. You don't have to like it. Nobody's asking you to like things that you don't like at work, but we still expect you to do them and do them well. That's where your paycheck comes in. Okay? Does it make sense?
Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna grab this question from the chat, and then Stephanie, I see your hand up, and we'll get you after this. So, actually, going off of that, our motivation sometimes changes from time to time. So,
Totally.
what do you do in that case? Like, how do you maintain the focus on your career goals and ensure that you don't lose, your primary motivation, to something else?
I'm not sure, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure that's a reasonable expectation that you're always motivated, right? Some people say, how do you stay motivated? I don't think you do stay motivated. How does your milk stay fresh in the refrigerator all the time? It doesn't. We just keep renewing it, okay? And the way we renew it is to focus on ourselves. What am I getting? And if you're not taking good care of yourself, if you're not thinking you've got a little vacation moment in your day, whatever that is, it could be eating a piece of cake, it could be walking, it could be meditating, it could be playing with your dog. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're not bringing those warm fuzzies and good feelings to yourself and taking a moment to think about it, right? I say enjoy success twice. Have it in the moment and then write about it in your journal and feel it again. Do you get it? It's not like if somebody gives me a compliment, I write it down in my journal. Like I have it in the moment, like yum, and then I write it down again and I go yum again, because that charges up my motivation battery and it integrates my life. And one of the dangers, and I know I'm talking to Microsoft here, is because of technology, we're just up here. We're just using this. We're just using our brain, and our heart is offline, to use a bad metaphor here. Our body, well, whatever, I'll just do takeout. I'll just stay awake until I can't get it done. And that just doesn't work. We have to look at our heart, mind, body as one, moving to the success that we're looking for. So it's not a reasonable expectation that we'll always be focused on our career goals and we'll always be great guns about it. That is not a thing, in my opinion. We just refocus on it. Maybe we decide to say, in my journal, this is what I'm really proud of this week. So a lot of people on Friday say, what did you accomplish this week? Like, well, this, and this. I'm like, oh, I forgot about it. I did that thing. Yeah, because we're living in our head. Our energy is scattered because of tech. That's how technology works. It scatters our energy. And I'm saying, if that's the case, and it is, let's come back to ourselves. What did I accomplish this week? Right? Give myself a gold star. Give myself a gold medal on the podium. What did I do for myself today that made me feel good about myself? Right? Is that making sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Stephanie, I see you have your hand raised.
Yeah, okay. It took a minute to get off mute. So, hi, Karen. Thank you so much for this. And Stephanie, you have a great name. I've wanted to tell you this for years. But so one of the things that I have actually learned that I think really aligns with what you're talking about here is task bundling.
Absolutely,
so what you're saying about when you're not motivated to do something, or like the dishes or the laundry or something, combine it with something that you do. So play some good music, or listen to a podcast, or listen to an audiobook while you're doing the manual, whatever. And it really kind of helps you not only finish that book for book club, but also learn something or challenge yourself while you are doing these mundane tasks that you don't really have to be mindfully present for. So I just wanted to put that in there. Thank you.
I love that you said that, because again, it's like, okay, I have to do the dishes. Do I have to love doing the dishes? No one asked you to love it. You just do it. It's like, okay, but if I'm going to do the dishes, what else can I do that's going to make me feel good about myself? Because hating doing the dishes or just being bothered by it drains our batteries. It demotivates us. It doesn't make us feel good. And it's like, wait a second, while I'm doing the dishes, I'm just going to meditate about what I did well today. I'm just going to listen to the podcast. I'm just going to listen to fun music. And it's like, I want the dishes done, right? So I'm going to do them, right? There's a rebel teenager in all of us. You can't make me. I don't feel like it. It's like, well, how's that working for you? So we don't let teenagers get away with this. We can't let ourselves get away with this. And bundling things like that, like you're talking about, is perfect. I'll do this and then I'll do that. I'll get this task done and then I'm going to celebrate and I'm going to do this thing for myself. Totally great. Love it. Because these ideas are just ideas. Oh yeah, it was nice to hear about it. If we don't make them real, this was just 45 minutes, 50 minutes out of your day that was just like, whatevs. And that's not really good enough, because you guys have to deliver. So we got to make this happen. We got to integrate these things. Yeah. Anything else?
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Let's see. So there's another comment in here. I'm completely exhausted a lot of the time, and what is a good tool to pull yourself kind of out of that heaviness when you can't just lift anything if you're just depleted?
So such a part of life, and so thank you for sharing this. Being honest. So as a coach, people know me. I'm a straight shooter. Maybe you could tell this in this conversation. I keep it real. So one thing is, like, this would be a journaling thing. I'm really depleted. Period. That's the journal entry. The thing that's depleting me the most, that's a journal entry. The thing that I would really love to give up, because this has taken so much out of me, is da-da-da. My reality is da-da-da. Okay, so I'm not talking about moms and dads taking care of babies that are new from the hospital. I'm not talking about that. Those are situational things that are going to pass, right? Your kids are definitely going to grow up and hopefully get off the payroll someday. So I'm talking about on a day-to-day basis, it's like, you know what? I'm really depleted. I need to pull back from all the stimulation. Our world is overstimulated. Our mind cannot keep up with it. This is true, right? We cannot do it. We're not meant to do it. Our bodies can't process all of this stimulation, information overload. So we have to quiet it all down. What is the one? And I go down to the rock bottom. What is the one thing I could do that would make me feel better? And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be eat Thai food. It could be, I'm just going to take a bath. It could be, I just have to share this with somebody because I don't think people realize I'm such a high performer, how depleted I really am. And just by not carrying it around in your body, your heart, your mind, your treasures, that right there gets it out of you, gets that ick out. That's the take out the trash breath. And then it's like, okay, I'm not alone here. I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need somebody to help me out with this. I'm going to need somebody to give me some ideas, some feedback, because I'm having a rough patch. And it's just being real honest. It is. I don't like this. I'm depleted. What's depleting me? Do I have to live with this? Or can I get out of this? How long is this going to go? And even if this is going like this, I've got to find 1, 2, 3 minutes every few hours to come back to myself and say, you're getting a break. Because a break is what gives us more energy. Sleeping gives us more energy for the next day, right? Eating gives us more energy. Practicing your hobbies gives you more energy. Sharing the load. I'm not going to pull all this by myself. That's going to give me more energy because it's not going to always be me. Honesty. Anyone else?
Let's see. Does anyone else have any questions? You come off mute. Throw it in the chat.
Stephanie, hi, this is Paul.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for this great session. We do have a lot of tools. There's so many wonderful sessions that you put together. And sometimes it's overwhelming to see so many tools and speakers and content. So I think it's nice that we have this variety of choices to simplify what fits best for everyone. I just was curious about how's AI playing a role in wellness. I know there's a lot of motion going on. I'm part of health and life sciences, so I know there's a lot of work going on that side, but just curious from the speaker, Karen, what tools are you using or looking to research on AI-based wellness?
Okay, so I'm of two minds about this. As I said earlier, to recharge your batteries and get remotivated, we pull back from man-made stuff. We go back to nature, like the ancient Chinese, okay? So AI is like, oh, no, we're not doing that. AI is the next, new kid on the block. I know it's not new, but whatever. Everybody's getting on board with it. So there are apps if you have these problems, do this kind of thing. It's not my favorite thing. I'm just going to be honest with you when it comes to your health and wellness. I mean, I know it's a part of things. It's not really exactly a part of what I do. Like I'm not going to write an app on how to do your Qi Gong. Like that, that's just not going to be my thing for me. It'll be for other people. So if other people want to do that, that's fine. But the thing is, it's using a part of our brain, our beta brain, to solve problems, think about solutions, when it's the things that are in us, our treasures, our mind, not our brain, our mind, our heart, and our body that actually need the health and wellness. You're already a good thinker, right? You solve problems, you're innovative, you get to solutions, you drive change, you do that. So it's up to you. You like pickleball or you don't. You want to get your kind of wellness on AI, then you do. I'm going old school. I'm with the ancient Chinese on this.
And you know what? I think that's a good. There's going to be a mix of that, right?
Yes.
So there's going to be ones that go. And I think, Paul, to your question, we have some great like wellness focused groups here at Microsoft as well. And I think that'd be a good question to ask them and kind of see how they're incorporating some of the AI into some of their practices. Does that kind of answer it?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I just wanted to get Kieran's perspective. So yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of work going on in that area. I was just curious from Kieran's perspective what she's thinking about it. But yeah. Traditional stuff is always great, right? Going back to basics, away from technology, away from everything, right? I was thinking about along the line of how AI is going to help with the traditional practices, where there's a blend to remind you, say, hey, get off this machine and go take a walk out in the nice, beautiful nature. So yeah, thanks for the answers, man. Thanks, Stephanie.
The train has left the station, right? So it's not like, we don't want to say technology is bad. It's not bad. We're on overload though, and we're not equipped. Nobody is to kind of define and say, okay, even me, I always do this. I get drowned in my Instagram. Okay. It's like, stop it now. You can look at it all you want, but eventually it's counterproductive, right? You don't get more joy if you did 20 minutes instead of 10 minutes or something. And so it's like, okay, we got to be really, really strategic about how we use it. Is that really helping me? Because, technology gives us the idea that there's going to be a quick answer to these things. Your health and wellness is a continuum of goodness-ish for the rest of your life. Is there a quick answer? I mean, drinking one glass of water is not going to solve all your problems, but it's going to contribute to your hydration. Does that make sense? Maybe to some people. Okay. Anything else? Because I want you to have this meditation. Anyone else?
Yes.
Good questions. Go ahead.
All right. Nothing else in the chat? All right. Well, Karen.
Okay.
We move on to the meditation.
Yes. Okay. So just put your stuff down. Just relax. You could be seated. You could even lay down on the floor where you are if you're at home and you want to do that. But we just want to take out the trash breath and just kind of clean the slate here. So just take a big breath in through the nose. We've done it a couple times. And then when you exhale, just imagine you're taking out every bit of clutter out of your mind, off your heart, out of your body. Just breathe out through the mouth. And just let that go. So just relax your eyes. If you want to sit up, place your palms down on your thighs, grounding. Palms up on your thighs, receiving. And just let your breath return to normal. Let it come in and go out at will. Picture your perfect day. It is all about you. You love this day. Picture yourself waking up. When are you waking up? Are you waking up to the alarm? Are you waking up to birds? What's happening? Are you in your own bed? Are you by yourself? Are you at a hotel? In a tent? You're waking up and it is your perfect day. Everything about this day is about you and what you want, your heart's desire connected to your mind and your body, your treasures, your batteries. So think about when you're going to get out of bed. When you open your eyes, are you going to get out of bed? Are you going to lay there? Are you going to pop up and take the dog out? Are you going to look out the window? You're looking forward to everything about this day because it's about you. Maybe think about what the first thing is that's going to bring you some joy. Or remind you, you're at the center of your life. Your heart is at the center of you. Your heart's desire, your fulfillment center is everything in getting what you want. Maybe you have some breakfast, so think about what would be wonderful on your perfect day to have breakfast. Where would you eat it? Outside, inside? What are you enjoying? What does it taste like? What's the weather on your perfect day? It's the start of the day. Maybe you see your journal and you pick up your pen and you say, this is my perfect day. This is how I want to feel. This is what I want to think. And this is what I will be doing. And let it be your plan. Think, feel, do. What clothes are you going to wear? Where are you going to go, if anywhere? Who are you going to see? What are you going to do? Is the sun shining on you? Are you warm? Is it a ski day? Are you cold? Picturing every person you encounter smiling back at you. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I didn't know you were coming. Oh my gosh, we haven't seen each other in so long. Let's put an end to that and put a date on the calendar. All is well. All is well. You feel deeply connected to what's around you. You feel deeply connected to what is in you. You want what you want, and that's it. There's a balance here in your perfect day. So you go through the day. Maybe you have lunch somewhere, maybe you have lunch at home, maybe you're at a farmer's market, maybe you're at your favorite restaurant. Thinking about what you're eating there. Thinking about how the day is progressing. It's all yours. It's a present you are giving yourself. It is your perfect day. No apologies. No, I'm wasting time. It's your day. You're filling up your batteries. Think about how you'd like to spend the afternoon. Napping, biking, hiking, kayaking, meditating, visiting somebody, going to a dog park, painting, whatever it is that brings you joy, fills up your motivation batteries. Enjoy it. Enjoy the feelings. Enjoy the actions. Enjoy the harmony and the balance. You're doing what you want. And then as the day wears on, things are getting later. Maybe you see a sunset. Maybe you see the sun go down on your perfect day. Maybe you go out for dinner. Maybe you do a barbecue. Maybe you have some people over. It's your perfect day. It's whatever you want. And you reflect. This is how I feel. This is how I'm thinking. And this is what I did today. Your batteries are charged 100% plus. All is well. You decide when you go to bed. You decide if you're going to take a shower or a bath, have a massage. You decide if you're going to watch something or not, or read, or listen to music, or go somewhere else. You decide that you are deeply connected to what is in your heart, mind, and body. You are living your integrity. You are living in alignment. You deserve a break, and so you had a break. You had a vacation day of your perfect day. And let it be enough. Let it be great. Let it be lovely. And let it be yours. And yours alone. Not about helping other people. Not about doing a good job at work, being a good son or daughter or spouse or partner or anything else or parent. This is about you enjoying your perfect day. This is about you feeling motivated and connected deeply to what you want. The wind changes direction at will. You can. You can want something you've never wanted. You can want the opposite of what you've always wanted. And that can be part of your perfect day. Feel the idea, feel the feelings, I should say, of getting in your bed at the end of your day. It's time to go to bed. Imagine you have clean sheets on your bed and somebody ironed the pillowcases. There you are, there it is, you're back in bed, and there's a smile on your face, and there's a smile inside your body, your heart, your mind. You did it, you enjoyed it. All is well. And you close your eyes. All is well. All is well. All is well. Thank you everyone for being here today for this great talk about recharging your motivation batteries. Please do the survey, give the feedback, they'll share it with me, I hope. And I just wish you all a great day and lots more perfect days. Thank you.